Hey everybody, welcome to the Mindful Journey. I am so grateful you could join me today. This is my first recording for this year, so I just want to wish you all a happy new year, and I hope this year brings you abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of peace. So the topic for today is surrender. And what do I mean by surrender? Well, just imagine for a second you're on this little boat on a stream, and there are currents, and you're going with the current down the stream. And around you, you're in a beautiful forest, so you're surrounded by beautiful trees, and it's just beautiful. You see the birds, and it's so pretty, and you see such lovely clouds and sunshine, and it's beautiful. And so you're enjoying this ride down the stream, you're going down the stream. And then all of a sudden, everything changes. It starts to get foggy, it starts to get dark, you can't see where you're going, and you start to get scared. You start to question yourself, did I make the right decision? And then you keep going, and this fogginess suddenly turns into darkness, and you hear these voices and noises around you, and that scares you even more. And this fear starts to turn into anger, and you start to think, oh my goodness, what did I do? Why did I just board onto a boat and decide to go on this journey? And you are overcome by fear, anger, and then suddenly these voices start to get louder, and the darkness just starts to get more dark, and you start to feel sad. You start to miss that beautiful scenery you were seeing, and the beautiful trees that you saw, and you're suddenly scared. You don't know what to do, and you decide, hey, you know what, I'm gonna try rowing and go against the current back to where I came from. And then you start to row, and you row, and the currents are quite strong at this point, and you're rowing quite strongly as well, giving it your all, putting it all that hard work, all those emotions, the anger, sadness, fear, all the energy from all those emotions you're putting out into rowing, and you row and you row, and the currents are so strong, the currents are pushing you, you're rowing, and you find yourself stuck at this place. You're not going forward, you're not going back, and you're just stuck. Maybe you might go a little forward, but the currents push you back into this darkness again. And you're just stuck in this darkness, not knowing what to do. You feel lost. You feel stuck. Now suddenly you decide, hey, you know what? I'm just going to look around, and I'm going to see maybe there is something in this darkness. Maybe there's a beauty in this darkness. And if I just hold on and just surrender, maybe a few kilometers ahead, it's going to be beautiful trees again, and it's going to be beautiful sunshine again. And you suddenly decide, you know what, I'm going to stop focusing on those fearful thoughts, those voices I hear, those noises I hear. I'm just going to stop focusing all of that. I'm just going to surrender and let the stream take me. You open your eyes, you look around, you start to look around at, hey, what can I focus on here that's beautiful? And suddenly, you start to see beauty in this darkness. The things that you didn't see because you were so focused on trying to get out of here. You start to see all the algae in the water glowing. It is so beautiful, and you're like, how did I not see that before? You start to see these glow worms and the flies and all these glowing things around you. Things that you would not have seen if there was light in that forest. And suddenly you start to relax. You start to stop resisting the currents. You start to just give in and surrender, and you start to look around and surrender and look around and actually see all the beauty that's there in the darkness. And you start to realize, oh my, this darkness has a lot of beautiful things. You start to change your focus. You no longer are focusing on those noises and the voices. And suddenly, you just flow with the stream, and you find yourself in the bright light again, surrounded by the beautiful forest, and you are where you wanted to go. You have reached your destination. Now, what happens to all of us When we get stuck in places, we try resisting, we get angry, we start to say stories to ourselves. Well, how did I get here? Why is this happening to me? And all this resistance against what's going on in your lives right now only brings in more painful emotions, and you find yourself stuck. It's not going anywhere. You get into this stressed out state, in the state you can't even think clearly. But once you get out of that and you just surrender to whatever's going on, and you start to look around and you look around to see what are all the good things happening in my life right now as I go through this darkness, because even in darkness there's something good that you have that you don't realize because you're so focused on the things that you don't have. And you look around and you start to feel grateful for the things that you have taken for granted. And suddenly you realize, wow, this darkness is not as bad as I thought. There is a lot I can learn from this. And you let life guide you through that darkness, just observing the darkness, just erasing the negative story that you say about this darkness, changing it into what can I learn in this darkness. And suddenly you come out of this darkness a stronger person, feeling empowered, knowing that, hey, you know what? I am strong. I am full of courage and bravery. I was fearful, yet I decided to be brave and decided to pass through those dark waters and come out of it stronger. And that is what unblocking yourself looks like. When you feel like you're stuck somewhere, you feel like you're stuck in life, you feel like you're stuck in a relationship, stuck at work, stuck in your work, or just generally stuck in life, just remember, step one is just surrender. Surrender to whatever is going on in your life right now. Look around you. Look at all the good that you have in your life right now. It might not be big things. It might be something as small as, hey, I have a roof on top of my head, or I have running water, or I have a flushable toilet. It can be as small as that, but you do have that. Be thankful for that. And suddenly, when you start to develop a heart of gratitude, you start to realize that things around you are not as bad as you thought they were, because you were so focused on what was going wrong in your life. When you start to focus on all the good that's happening in your life, you suddenly start to get unstuck. You suddenly can see clearly, because you're not coming from a state of fear, you're coming from a state of gratitude. And you can see the bigger picture clearly. And you start to realize your darkness was not your enemy. Your darkness was just there to show you how strong you are, how powerful, how courageous you are, to show you that you can overcome anything that comes in your path, to show you your inner strength. And once you overcome that, you're filled with all that joy and that happiness that, yeah, I did it, I conquered it. So that's what unblocking yourself looks like. So go out there, unblock yourself. If you feel like you're stuck in life right now, just look around you, look at the things that you have going well for you, and look at what are some of the lessons I can learn in this darkness I'm going through, because there's always a lesson. And when you come out of it, you're going to feel amazing. It's just a moment in your life. So don't give up. Just surrender to it. Surrender to it. And when you do that, you can see the whole picture much clearly. So I hope whatever 2019 brings to you, as humans, we are going to have good times and bad times, good moments and bad moments. I hope during your bad moment, you remember this message and you discover the strength that lies within you. Thank you for watching this video, you guys. I truly appreciate you taking the time to do so. If you are or were inspired by this video, feel free to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below, and also share it with your family and friends. I will really appreciate that. I will be posting new videos once a month, so stay tuned for more, and I will see you again next month. Bye for now.